It's that time again, brothers. It's all about the rumors, and this time we are talking massive plastic refreshes. It's mostly going to be dedicated to the Horus Heresy because there's some absolute mad things I'm hearing through the whispers of the warp, but we are going to talk a little bit about 40k as well in this video, especially if you're a Tyranid fan. So let's jump in, let's get to the good thing, let's get to those bloody waffles. Remember, brothers, rumors are rumors, they are not facts. We'll only know if any of this is true when Games Workshop announces it over on their social media websites, via live streams, etc. Until then, please take everything I'm about to say as a rumor and not a fact. So let's jump into the deep end, and I'm starting with Primarchs, because why the hell wouldn't I? And I'm hearing there is going to be a lot of love for Horus Heresy Primarchs. A lot of new redesigned Primarchs for that game. And the big thing I'm hearing about is that they're not going to be in resin going forward in the future. They're going to be redone in plastic. From what I've heard through the whispers is that Angron Ascended, if I'm not mistaken, is it Angron Ascended or Transcended? That is going to be one of the last resin products we will see in terms of Primarchs. Going forward, it should all be in plastic. And when it comes to plastic, with new models, we've spoken briefly about this before. I've heard of a brand new Rogul Dawn that is supposed to be themed at the Siege of Terror, shield, some type of melee weapon. I've heard two different variants. Maybe he's got to get two different variants, but I've heard of a big power sword, and I've also heard of the chain sword as well. Not sure if it's going to be both, one or the other. Not sure at this point. But another one I've been hearing about recently is a plastic Vulcan Primarch model. Now, if that does turn out to be true, I can kind of see it, because what they've done with the brand new edition, they've based it, of course, on Isfahan, where the Raven Guard, the Iron Hands, and the Salamanders were basically wiped out. And one of the surviving Primarchs from that, of course, was Vulcan. He was chained up, you know, taken to Conrad Kurz and stuff, if you know the lore. So maybe they're going to do something based around that. The Salamanders were on like the main poster. They were like the poster boys of that new box set, all done up with the Saturnine stuff. So maybe those rumors have got a little bit more weight to them because of all the advertising around the Salamanders with that new edition. But I would love to see a new Vulcan in plastic. Is it going to be a brand new pose? Maybe, maybe not. I think Vulcan's pose, what he's got now, is absolutely amazing. But if they were to do that in plastic, then I think that would be an absolute massive win for them. And just before we move on, I just want to walk back to last week's rumor video where we talked about a new Guilliman Primarch model. And from what I was hearing, that is not happening in Warhammer 40,000. We thought it was happening according to the rumors, but then, you know, I heard from more whispers that no, that is not happening with a new Guilliman model. And I'm thinking, has something been lost in like the translation of the whispers in the warp, and the new Guilliman model potentially is going to be for Horus Heresy? I definitely think that is potentially still on the cards for a new plastic Guilliman model, just not for 40k, but it's going to be for 30k instead. And something else that we've briefly talked about on the channel, and something that apparently is on the horizon, is brand new Cataphracta. So the Cataphracti army for Horus Heresy is getting a brand new design. You can actually see the new design in the new rulebook now, if you've got it right in front of you. That is going to a brand new scale, all in plastic, and it's supposed to be amazing. But not just Cataphracta. Tartarus is also supposed to be getting a brand new scale, but Tartarus is coming later rather than sooner. It's going to be Cataphracti first, from what I'm hearing in the whispers, and then Tartarus after that, which is great for me because Cataphracti is my favorite Terminator armor. I'm just wondering how the scale is going to look. Like, is it going to be like Indomitus scale in terms of Warhammer 40,000? Because if that is the case, then I would love to proxy a bunch of Cataphracti Terminators in my like Imperial Fist First Company Force, because again, that armor just looks absolutely gorgeous. But on top of that, what I'm hearing is that they're going to redesign some of the big characters that are currently wearing Cataphracti Terminator armor. And one of those big characters, probably the biggest character right now in Warhammer 40,000, is Abaddon. Abaddon is supposed to be getting a brand new Cataphracti scale model, again with this new design to the new scale. I'm not sure if it's going to be like the old one where it's partnered with Loken or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to be aimed at the Siege of Terror or something, where, you know, him leading the troops around the Saturnine Gambit, which we all know was a trap laid by the greatest Primarch at that siege. But something else I'm hearing along with Abaddon, and again, this is for you Sons of Horus people, is brand new Justarians. Again, Abaddon leading the Justarians. It all makes sense, right? So they're supposed to get a brand new redesign, and they're going to be coming out apparently in plastic as well. Again, from what I'm hearing, this is supposed to be very, very soon. When I say soon, TM, it's probably going to be towards maybe spring next year, around that time. Like, I don't think any of this is going to release towards the end of this year. Again, maybe we'll get some previews of it in shows and stuff, etc., if they are doing anything like that. But yes, it is on the horizon, and I really do think this is the kind of injection that Horus Heresy needs to get like these brand new sculpts, to get them out there, to just get more stuff into that game, so people turn their gaze towards it and maybe just invest more money into that product. And of course, just to put my speculation hat on, if you look at the current game, what we've got right now with certain plastic stuff, they just released like the Fellblade in plastic. I'm sure we're going to get other variants based on the Fellblade chassis and stuff like that. Again, there's so much stuff apparently that's in the work with plastic molding at Games Workshop. They are going in it big time, and I would not be surprised if we start to see bigger and bigger kits. If you get the hint, then you definitely get the hint. Get ready, brothers. It's going to be serious in the future for the Horus Heresy. Anyway, let me jump over to 40k for the remainder of the video, because I've been hearing some rumors. Of course, we've got like the Huron rumors that we've been sprouting about now. You know, the Corsair rumors that we've been talking about. Sicarius has dropped. We're hoping that Huron is going to be previewed very, very soon. But something else I've been waffling about recently is apparently I've been hearing Tyranids are supposed to be getting something as well. And I'm wondering if this is also going to link in with the End narrative campaign. Hopefully we'll get some news when that's going to happen. Apparently the rumor is there is going to be a preview show in November at the narrative event in America. I forget where it is at this moment in time, but I think it's early November is that narrative event, and we should be getting a preview show there where we may see some of these things. Not just the 40k stuff, but also maybe some of the Horus Heresy stuff that I've been waffling about. So from what I've been hearing is that we're going to get a brand new Tyranid model, and that is the Red Terror. The Red Terror is this old school Tyranid model, and apparently they are redoing that model now, and that is going to be another piece to add to your Tyranid army. A lot of love for the Xenos in the coming days. There is a lot of love. I know it's mostly Space Marines at this moment in time. The Calgar, the Sicarius and stuff like that. A lot of Space Marine stuff. Probably still more Space Marine stuff to come. But if you look towards the future, the Eldar Corsairs, another Orc refresh, more Nid stuff, maybe even more Necron stuff, of course, with Trazen and the Infinite being rumoured, of course, with Sicarius and Huron and stuff, what I heard years ago. So maybe that is on the plate as well. A lot of plastic, a lot of brand new models, hopefully, that are going to be coming, and I can't wait to see where we go with it. Anyway, Chaprunios, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, as always. If you got any thoughts, feedback, any questions, post them down below. I'll do my best to try and answer them down there. If I don't see you, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye, brothers. Bye, bye, bye.